ABC. As easy as 1, 2, 3.
Singing kid song.
This
YNJ.
I got
YNJ. YNJ.
Huh?
Wait. Oh, we roll.
Well, we just got on. Pay attention.
How do you know we're not supposed to spin?
We're not spinning.
We're not.
No, we're not spinning.
This ain't that show.
Welcome to YNJ. Welcome to YNJ.
Hey, everybody. It's you Tuesday. I had to think about that. All right, this is our Homeland phone number. If you want to contact us about
Did you
anything.
say Homeland?
Yeah, Homeland. So if you want to call to ask questions or put something out there, let us know. Call this number. And there is a, whatchamadiddle. You can leave a message. And your name. And your number.
Machine.
Yeah,
There you go.
got it.
As always, love my kids and my grandkids. And very shortly will be my oldest birthday.
Oh, I thought you were getting old. You're oldest.
She'll be something. I think she's not. I'm not gonna tell her age, but I think she's now realized that the youth is leaving. Anyway, let's get this story because
Join
I gotta
the
go to
crowd.
work. 6 days a week is a rough thing for me.
Well, here's my trivia question. Hummingbirds can fly backwards. Is that true or false? I will give you the answer at the end of the show. Yeah, you believe what you want to believe, but I'll tell you what.
All he knows about is crocodiles and water.
No, the snails.
Oh, let's get with this before I lose my train of thought. Go ahead, start your
All right.
your thing.
People have problems with harassment. That goes men and women for. When you have a job and you're working together and you have people, you start saying things or you flirt or you talk that smack to each other or whatever. Sometimes women tend to go, oh, harassment. Now, I'm not saying that they don't harass you. Now, listen to me before you decide to judge this. I'm saying that if you're going to flirt back when a man talks to you and you start doing that little flirty and talk the smack too, don't go later when you're in a pissy mood, decide to go, well, he's harassing me. You were flirting too. And you were bringing it on. If you didn't like it at the very beginning, you should have said, I can't do this. Please stop. But if you start following in the flow of it, you're just as much as a victim as they are. Because you're both doing it, and then all of a sudden one day you piss and you just want to put it out there and say, well, you're harassing. You were doing it too. And just like for a man, a woman come up and start flirting with you and start doing things and stuff like that, if you're going to do it and you start acting out and then all of a sudden you just don't like it anymore or whatever, you can't just go foul because it's going to come back on you. So be careful how you harass. If you don't want to start it, then I start it off and say, hey, I don't deal with that. I don't put up with that, and I'm not going there with you. Pretty much it'll stop. Now, if it doesn't stop, or they're harassing you and they won't leave you alone, or they say little slap things and stuff like that, maybe you need to tell some friends that are not there to see how you need to take care of that.
Right. Proper measures.
Yeah, I got that too. I'm not saying that, you're not getting harassed. I'm just saying that, say for instance, somebody's up and they're like, oh, how are you, hon? How you doing? And all that. And then you're like, oh, I'm good. And you start patting each other and then all of a sudden you're just talking and you're good and that. Then you start doing a few other things and this, that, and the other. Then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? I don't like you no more. You are harassing me. I'm going to file charges on you. No. You were down that road with them? No.
Mhm. The minute you do something with that person, there is no harassment. So you're perfectly clear on how you tell people what harassment is. And this is not just a job. This is just every day. I mean,
Every day, whatever you do
can meet
in
somebody.
life.
I mean, I don't understand. The women always want to be chased, but you're no longer want to be chased anymore. Then you get mad because nobody wants to chase you.
Now,
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
no, I was gonna say this is why y'all keep meeting douchebags, because a man who has standards, he feels that he's supposed to chase the woman. But if you're not interested, just say you're not interested.
now I will admit, there are some people that have been harassed. Flowers being sent to them,
Mhm.
things, coming and seeing them, and they never did anything to them. They never said anything. That is harassing, okay? And you don't know this person about Adam, and they're saying, "Oh, we went out, we're dating," and they're making all this thing when you haven't done anything with this person. Then that I can understand. That is harassing, okay? Or when a guy comes up to or a woman and talking to you and being nice, and then all of a sudden it gets to a point where they're asking you to go do something. You're like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. And then all of a sudden they keep pushing themselves on you. Okay, that's harassing. That's pushing themselves on you. That's going too far.
Usually the harassing usually starts when she either puts out or she doesn't. Sometimes they'll start innocently. With the minute that she puts out or she don't, then he wants to harass her. And I've always found that women who squirt get harassed more than women who don't. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. But, that's neither here or there. What else you got?
School starting soon.
Virtual school.
Virtual school, but there are some counties that are going to school, to classes and stuff. And I know there are parents that are scared of this. I know there's parents, they're ready for their children to go to school. I can understand that when you've been out for a while, or you're ready for your kids to get back into that routine, which they need that routine. And I know it's going to be hard, and there's going to be a lot of fears. But also, you have to realize now. I don't know how much. I don't know how the school's going to work it when they're going to school and all that. But you got to realize, especially high school kids and middle school kids, when you're walking down the hall, and the halls are very small. So when you're walking past each other, so it's not like that you're not 6 feet apart or 3 feet. I mean, you can be 3 feet. Y'all walk across that wall that way, and you walk across this wall this way, and keep the distance between. But we'll see how it works, people. We'll see how it works. I'm watching the media and watching to see how things go on that.
So if there's a class clown, is he going to be now a virtual class clown? Boy, say that 3 times. Virtual class clown. Virtual class clown. What? Did she say cluck, cluck, cluck?
It just didn't come out.
Wow. Anything else for running around?
Now it's to Leslie.
Somebody's been in my sauce.
No, I haven't been anything.
All right. The title for tonight is Meet Your 18-year-old Self. You're allowed to say 3 words. What do you say? I wrote down a list of things that I would tell myself. And my number.
You said 3 words.
Yeah.
You wrote a list?
Yeah, I wrote a list.
When you said 3 words only.
But I also do it because I think if anybody who's watching or anybody who saw when I posted this, because I thought that was pretty good.
Well, true.
These are 14 things I came up with.
14?
Yeah.
3 words to
Yeah.
each one?
Don't marry her.
Oh my God.
Look, he looked up for that one like, well, I can't disagree.
But the thing is, if you didn't marry that person, if you married a different person, what's to say you wouldn't have had problems with that one?
Really?
You grow and you learn.
Huh?
No.
No.
Yeah. Been
Don't
there,
marry
done that.
her. Nah, that's all right. Yeah. Please study hard.
Yeah, well,
They're not your friends. And that's a true statement.
yeah.
We walk around through life thinking that these people are our friends, and they turn out not to be.
Not to be
Not to be.
your friends.
I'm not talking about my real friends. I'm talking about
People that you've been with that
Right.
was your friends and not friends, and they're not friends anymore. And
Right.
yeah, you should not go down that road with them.
and all they did was they backstab you,
Used
slept with
ya.
your boyfriend or girlfriend. Yeah, they're not your friends. Believe in self. That's another key. Believe in self. You got to. You got to believe in yourself.
Yeah, I admit to that one. I probably tell myself that. Believe in yourself.
Right.
Don't be scared all the time.
Understand the politics. That one was for him.
No,
Understand
politics,
the politics. Nah. Because that's that's the problem with everyone today. Nobody understands politics. And that's the
But
problem.
some people don't want to understand politics.
Well, look at the politics that goes on. You got people who are being hired that shouldn't be hired, running things, messing things up, have these conversations, or you go to the principal's office because you've been cutting up and you didn't say a word. You got to know the politics. Somebody's got to go down the flames.
Right.
Truly learn Spanish. Being bilingual pays a lot before they said, you know what? Do you know 2 languages? Yeah. Well, you ain't getting paid for the other.
Oops.
Seriously, you bilingual, you ain't getting paid. They used to pay extra for that because you used to speak another
I
language.
think my cousin's ex-husband speaks, I want to say, at least 4 different languages.
Really?
Yeah.
I know someone who attempts to try but really suck at it.
Well, I wanted to take French, but we be Missouri, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's supposed to be his other language. We don't know nothing. I asked him about French fry. He said, French fry? Ketchup? Sex is overrated. I don't care what nobody says. Sex is overrated. You can wait till you're a virgin to get married. Believe that. It's the same damn movement. Sex is overrated. The only thing I probably would condone is kissing. You got to know how to kiss a woman. But sex is overrated. All it is a penis and a vagina. That's it.
And you think that's overrated?
It's overrated. You could have waited till you turned 18. You could have
Well,
waited.
the majority of
You
people do
could
wait
have waited till you got
18.
married. You could have waited.
Did you?
Ooh, I tried. I almost was successful.
So you have peer pressure?
No. Before it happened, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, sex is overrated. Going back now, hindsight's 2020.
Mr. Antonio, do you think it's overrated? Okay.
What did he know? What did he know?
Does anybody else think it's overrated?
Well, they're not on, as you see.
We got 2 eyes.
We always have 2 eyes.
No, we've gone from 2 to 4 to 6, sometimes 8. Right
Okay.
now we got 2 eyes.
Well, when they figure out sex is overrated, they'll tell
Nope,
you.
got 3 eyes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, sex is
Woo-hoo!
overrated. I don't care what none of y'all said. I can still
Next one.
understand being team leader. And team leader is one word, but that is also if a team leader, like at McDonald's, you were under the assistant. And basically what you were was they went to you if there were problems. So understanding being a team leader is also part of being a leader.
A leader. Yeah, but sometimes being a leader is good. But sometimes you don't always want to have to lead everybody.
No, it's for me does anybody got a partake in that? I mean, you got something to elaborate with that?
Antonio,
Of course you do. He's like, anyway. But see, think about being
he's
a,
gonna give you a lead.
I don't care.
He's gonna make you a lead.
Whatever. The thing about being a team leader, what I'm trying to show you is it's like being on the debate club. And
Well, yeah, you gotta have a team leader to help out and hey, push you to it.
no debate when you are debating someone over a topic.
Oh yeah.
And being a team leader, you're debating where you say, hey, Scott needs to be over here, Johnny needs to be over here, Mikey needs to be over here, because Mike is stronger than both of them, and during the dinner rush.
Now, my thing
Or-
is if everybody works together, you're doing fine.
Nah, that's not.
It did my work.
See, you gotta understand.
We all got along. We all said what we felt. We asked each other what we need to do, and we worked together.
Was
It was women and a boy.
Well, when you work with diverse people, who some are potheads and some are smart and some are just damn
Well,
near.
if I
dumb.
have your job and I'm sitting here and I tell you to do something, then I'm gonna tell you, you know what? Why are you here? Just walk out.
Well, you say that, but then here comes that we've learned through the politics later on in life that for some reason dumb people just don't get fired. They will fire a smart person, they will fire a person that comes to work, but dumb people never get fired. But they will leave either when they get bored or when they get pushed to the point where when they start doing more work, then they will finally leave. I don't know why that is, but it is. If you have a cook that can't cook, why is he still there?
I don't know.
But you rather fire the sous chef who can cook.
I don't know.
I
Why
just
do they do that?
I just never got that.
All right,
That's why
next
I,
question.
but notice that's why I said number 5, understand politics. All right. Number 10, being a manager. When you're being a manager, if you had to learn this in school, being a manager, a lot of us had to have a job after school, then you will understood politics. Because when you become a manager, then you learn how to manage a lot of things. And that includes your home as you get older. You learn how to manage your money. You learn how to budget. You learn how to do everything to make your life sufficient. Not learning it at 40 or 30. You're supposed to learn that at 18.
Well,
That's-
18, when you first get that first check or a couple of checks, you're like, ooh, I got a check. I'm going to spend some money.
Yeah, but you also
Then after that, that's when you start saving because you got to pay for gas. You got to pay. Well, back then, when I grew up, all you had to do was pay for car insurance and gas.
yeah, but a lot of people
You
back
didn't have
then-
cell phones. You didn't have.
but a lot of parents were single parents back then. I had to help. I had to help with the bills.
I had to help the bills, but I had to pay for my own car, and I had to pay for my own insurance, and I had to pay for my own gas.
Some of us didn't have that luxury.
And I got out of that car and oh my gosh, get on that car, and I had to change my own oil. When you go to pull the pin to move your arm, because I had this nice sweatshirt that I really loved. Went to pull the pin, oil all over me. Nobody said pull the pin and move. It's all good, but I learned how to do it. Didn't have a problem. But the minute I put that oil in there and changed it, the next day, I had problems. Had holes in that radiator.
Don't be a sellout. I'm trying to figure out what oil got to do with money. But
I don't oil and money in it. You make money with oil.
don't sell out. Let me tell you. Actually, that should be number 1. Don't sell out. Because let me tell you something. One thing, 18, and you need to tell your kids this. Selling out for a paycheck, selling your body for a position, in the end, it's going to eat you up. And that's when the voids come in. That's when you start doing things you normally don't do.
Or
That's-
go gambling.
That's when you sink. Quicksand. Everything that we do here, it comes to a point of what basically either what we all went through, what we have been going through, or what we're coming out of. And notice those are different things that I'm saying. Because what I went through, I'm just telling you the basics when you don't have the proper guidance that you need from both parents. When you don't have that proper guidance, the reason why I love this because it becomes important. So you need to teach this to your children. It was too late for me in all aspects of my life. So what I'm trying to do is not just make a strong comeback, but I'm just saying, look, I'm going to show you what I'm trying to do. It's up to you if you want to pay attention. Because you're not going to listen to what I say. Because believe me, I've been there and done it. But I can show you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to change my life for the better, not for just me, but for my future and my legacies. That's why it's so important. Don't sell out, because every time you sell out, you sell yourself short. My grandma always told me, stop Stop. Something about my blessings. Stop wasting away your blessings because you never know when it might happen. People are backstabbers. That should be number 2. You stop putting your trust into everyone. Male, female, friends, family, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. People are backstabbers. I'm telling you, people are backstabbers and they do look out for themselves. When you come across the correct people who do look out for your best interests, then you got to understand to hold on to that. I happen to have people who looked out for my best interests. I have people that I can rely on. And it took a long time for me to understand that. I got a posse that I grew up with, and believe me, we've been through thick and thin. And I still trust them to this day. And believe me, all the teachings helped me later on in life. I'm just telling you, people are backstabbers. You might have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but when y'all break up, it's kind of funny how everybody's all lovey-dovey, smoochy, but when y'all break up, somehow, some way, they become evil as shit.
No, some go that way, some go this way.
Yeah.
Some are on your side, some are on her side.
Yeah. And believe me, that's why it always goes back that people need to have conversations. Take more naps. That's what I need. I should have took
I
more
couldn't
naps.
stand taking naps.
Well, you know what? As an adult, I regret that. I should have took more naps. I do agree with Antonio about that one. I should have took a whole lot of naps.
Agree.
I finally agree with them on something. Taking naps. Taking naps is a big one because it does refresh your body. Taking naps
Or go to bed at a decent time.
Yeah.
And not like I used to do, stay up all night long. Go to work the next day, and you're sitting there taking those peppy caffeine pills.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, that next night, boom, you dropped. You're sleeping until the next day, all the way half through that day.
Crash like a sack of potatoes.
Tell you what, you learn from that as you get older.
This should be number 3. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, well, that's hard to do because sometimes you can be afraid. Sometimes
Because it seems like to me the ones who it goes back to, all right, prime example, then we're getting out of here. Here's a prime example. When I was working for McDonald's, I was a young guy. And I was 15, 16, 17. But when I started working for McDonald's making money, and there'd be the dinner rush, somebody had to step up. Somebody had to step up.
it's always got to be one that steps up. It might not be the boss, but there's somebody that does step up, whether the boss or not.
Yeah. And I learned how to run the back, the front, even with shorthanded. I was just good at that. I was good at it. The whole thing about it is delegation. You got to learn how to be a manager to be a team leader. But the powers that be, I now understand the politics about it. It's just, I'm just saying, man. All right, man, let's do it because I'm out of steam. Oh, your answer.
Oh, the answer to can hummingbirds fly backwards? The answer is, what do y'all think? True or false?
True.
You said true. The answer is true.
I saw a documentary.
What did you say? Wait a minute. Hold on, wrong page. Find the answer. Hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards.
See,
I'm surprised.
I watched the documentary.
I didn't think so.
They really don't.
They're the
perch.
only ones that, they perch. They will, because we got hummingbird feeders.
Right.
They'll perch, but they'll sit for a few minutes and then they're up and they're gone, or they can sit there and fly and drink at the same time. But I didn't know they can go backwards. But I guess so, because when they're coming up, I guess I didn't pay attention to it. Because when they get up, they'll go this way or sideways this way. They can go anyway. Well, nice for everybody that was watching us. If y'all want to say things, be nice for y'all. Make comments. We haven't seen anybody make comments in a while. I hope everybody's doing good. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you on YouTube Saturday.
we might have to check what Susie did.
Yeah, people have been having some problems with their Facebooks.
YAJ
Not seeing a whole lot of
effect.
stuff going on.
YAJ
So you
effect.
have to copy paste something. I don't know.
YAJ.
I have to figure that out myself. But anyway, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Or talk to you. I'm not saying you have to watch that all. Once you see that on live, their eyes are going.
We can get everybody to use it would be better.
Welcome to YAJ. Welcome to YAJ.